on this Zoom. I need to thank you for taking the time. I know that you could have been doing something else, catching up with your SOPs, but you made a decision to actually get onto this call and to listen to what we have to share. With that said, guys, what we are about to share with you, I'd like to say just keep a very, very open mind. They say there's nothing more expensive than a closed mind. Now, my name is Ubongi Bengu, for those of you that don't know me. I'm a mom, I'm a full-time network marketer, agricultural sciences by profession, but I fired my boss back in 2015, and I am a crypto enthusiast. Now, I came across cryptocurrencies in about 5 to 6 years ago, and because of my closed mind, I am paying a very, very expensive price of missing out on many, many opportunities that one could have obviously made massive financial gains. I know Bitcoin is no stranger to us, and that is definitely one opportunity that I missed. Now, if you are on this call tonight, you are actually at the right place and at the right time, because right now cryptocurrencies are in the most unique phase that I would say we have ever seen. The cryptocurrency space has grown massively. It has evolved, it has diversified, and you will probably hear people talking about the bull run, the bull run, the bull run, which is something that we last saw back in 2017. So if you are not making money in cryptocurrencies right now this year, today is the best time to start. So with that said, there is no one more qualified to share what we want to share with you than the person that I will be introducing right now. This is somebody that I had the amazing opportunity to spend a week with last week up in Port Elizabeth. A very, very humble human being. He is a family man. He is an Uber driver turned CEO. And by CEO, guys, I mean literally, because he is actually the co-founder of the company that we are bringing to you right now, that has already impacted and has already changed many lives, including mine, with the knowledge and the skill set of how to really win big within the cryptocurrency space. So without any further ado, I would like to introduce to you the co-founder of Coinbit Pro, Lucian Godfrey, and he will be taking over sharing on tonight's call. So over to you, Lucian.
Well. Good evening, everybody. Lucian Godfrey is the name. And thank you, Bongi, for that wonderful welcome here. So, guys, without further ado, we will get straight into business. But before we do that, I just want to share a bit about who I am and why we actually started Coinbit Pro. So, I'm born and bred in Port Elizabeth, South Africa, and I've been introduced to cryptocurrencies back in 2016 in February. And at the time, I was actually driving Uber for someone else. I didn't have my own car at that point of time. So I'm a hard worker, but I actually didn't enjoy the fact that I had to spend like 16, back then you could drive more than 12 hours on Uber, not now anymore, but I wasn't happy to actually spend 16 hours a day from my family. And as a result, I was always looking out for opportunities where I can actually make some extra funds. And I remember I prayed to the Lord and asked him to actually show me a way how I can actually make a full-time income and have more time. So because I have a position at church, and I actually still needed time for that as well. So I couldn't juggle between all of those kind of things, being married and a father, etc. So long story short, 2017, I was also actually able to walk away from my job, and I joined some companies, and not all were good, and we didn't have the control over it when things went wrong. So 2019, we launched Coinbit Pro, and yeah, it is basically 100% South African owned. It doesn't mean that we are only in South Africa. We are actually in over 70 countries globally. So we also saw that we grew way faster in the first world countries because they could actually afford our services at the time. But because in our first 6 months, as the founders, we were able to actually make back all of our money that we actually invested into the company. So you know that traditional businesses take like 5 years, 3 or 4 years to actually make back your money. We made it back in 6 months, and we said, you know what? Now we just basically running on profit. So we slashed the price with 60%, more than 60% actually, and that is how we were actually able to go even faster in our third world countries such as South Africa, Zimbabwe, Nigeria, India. Yeah, so and that is basically a brief history on why we are here and the reason why we actually took that approach in slashing the price with more than 60%, because the reason why we actually started the company was because number one, we wanted to have actually control the so you know, if you have been in this industry for quite a while, there are more scams than legitimate opportunities. So we didn't want to actually rely on other people and then they run away with funds, etc., all of those kind of things. And you'll see that in our system that we actually built. So as a result, we did that. We built a system that we can actually be responsible for and answer to our people, because I mean, we are introducing our friends, our pastors, our families, those kind of people. So you don't want to be introducing your mother and 6 months along the line, there's bad blood again between you. So then also the reason why we slashed the price was obviously because we wanted, the reason why we started the company was, so the second reason was that we wanted to help more people. And now I know that there's a lot of people, most people actually don't want education. People want a company to do everything on their behalf, and that is why all of these scammers actually are so successful in running away with people's money, because most people don't want to learn how to do things themselves, even though they can make way more income when they actually learn the skill. So we are here tonight to actually show you how you can actually learn the skill. And I know that many would think that, you know what, it's too complicated, because generally people would hire fancy hotels and invite you over there, ask you 5 or 10,000 rand, teach you stuff that confuses you even more, and you walk away more confused and you think it's a complex, but it's just their business model. They just want to do that, so you don't, you actually have to come back and have to actually pay them again. However, this product, like Bongi has mentioned, that she's actually a confident trader now. So even if you are not new, because she's not new to the industry, we just met online a few weeks ago, and for the first time we met last week in person. And she is a way confident trader. In fact, the words that she mentioned, was I actually a trader before then? Because yeah, there's just certain key things that you want to have in place. So without further ado, I'm going to share my screen. I'm not a person of many slides. I value your time, so I will actually get straight to the meat and just basically share what you can actually expect and what you can actually do. I've mentioned that we are in over 70 countries at this point of time, and I just need to update this. We first launched, officially launched on the 1st of September 2019. Now, number one, what you will actually get from being a member at Coinbase Pro is you will actually learn how to trade for yourself. So if you are the type of person who actually don't have a lot of time, this product is also for you. Why? Because some people will actually be a swing trader. What does that mean? Maybe a person who trades once per 2 weeks, once per month, or once every 6 months. And others will be day traders. Those that are those people like myself who's in front of the screen on a daily basis, who's basically a day trader. Now, this product, I have people that actually are working, or we have people that actually gave up their businesses, especially those who actually had a hard time in COVID-19 and their business wasn't making money, and who came to us, and we were able to actually assist them and help them to actually make a full-time income from the comfort of their homes. Now, like Wonga has mentioned, I'm a family man, and I do value the fact that I have a skill that I can make money on demand, meaning that whenever I actually want to, I can actually go to the market and trade. Now, you will also be able to have a passive income in terms of commissions that can actually be paid to you. And then there's also a business opportunity attached to it. Now, many people would ask, do I need to sell to just sell to people to make money? Because I don't like this network marketing business. That is not compulsory for you. However, it's an option, but it's not compulsory for you to do. Like I was a very shy person. It wouldn't maybe seem so. So I used to be very shy, and there are days when I actually don't feel like promoting, but I can still be on my phone or my computer and still generate income without having to actually sell to other people. Now, what will you get? You'll get a trading course. You'll be able to navigate your way through any exchange. So you'll be able to trade on any exchange. Like I say, we are in 70 odd countries. So we're not all trading on one exchange. However, Binance is the most used exchange. So many of us are actually trading on that one. So you will also have a Facebook online sales course, which will actually show you how to attack sales if that is what you are into. So we'll also do a mindset course. And the great thing about the mindset course is that it affects all spheres of your life. Principles that you can actually implement that will actually lead to success in your business, lead to success in your relationships, your marriage life, lead have a better relationship with your maker. So basically making a better version of yourself and realizing that you do not need to change, and you actually have the ability within yourself but it's basically just to discover it and actually grow that. Now the part before we actually move towards a sermon, let's focus once again on the business side of it. Now, we used to sell this for 21,000, and as a result, I told you guys, you know what, we slashed the price over 60%, and we were and 21,000 is basically 1,350 US dollars. So we our products, it's a US dollar value to it, reason being that we are obviously global. So we are just okay now. Where you are earning commissions, that is not compulsory for you. So before we actually go towards the business side of it, I'm just going to share my screen, and I'm going to show you what you can actually expect from Coinbase Pro. So new share, white page, share, and what it will cost you. Now, number one, we have, it's basically we have one product which is teaching you how to trade, but it is divided into two courses. Basically, the first one, which is crypto Intel, this will actually cost you $150. So I'm going to do my best to actually keep to the dollar value, because the rand value always fluctuate, but you can get away there with like 2,800 or so, depending on what the dollar to the rand ratio is. So crypto Intel is basically the start. Let's say that is going to take you from sub A to matric, or to finish high school, basically. Then we have Crypto Pro, that will actually cost you $350. So this is like basically going to university. Now, let's first get the money side of it out of the way, and then we'll obviously get into some of the other benefits. Now, when it comes to crypto Intel, $50 immediately gets paid to the company when you sign up, and the person who introduced you will earn $100. So 100% of that will, commission will go towards the person that introduces you. The same year, the annual licensing fee that will go to the company is $100. And the commission is $250. Now, what do you get for this? Like I said, it's basically completing school. So let me show that benefits. Are we sharing the entire screen here? Yes. Okay, the white screen. So stop share. Let me quickly log into the website to actually show you exactly what you will get. Okay, sorry about that. Let's get into this account. So this is what the website looks like, and you will basically have your personal website where you can actually do the course in your own pace. So some actually do it within the first 2 days, some do it over 2 weeks, over 3 weeks, depending on how much time you have. My products. So Crypto Intel view. So this will actually teach you how to actually, so this will show you what is Bitcoin, what's a blockchain about. Then we move over actually being more advanced, fundamental and technical analysis. And when we covered this, then many of our members say, you know what, this is actually worth the entire course. It's actually worth more. So just by understanding what's actually going on here, guys, you will be able to be successful in our challenge that I'm actually going to share with you. You're actually at the right place now, at the right time. Why? Because we are just about to launch a challenge for all CoinWithPro members, and I will be elaborating on that. So this will show you exactly on how to actually research any project out there or any coin out there. So I cannot put the value to that because, yeah, like I say, in knowing that, you will actually be able to make money on demand as you see fit. So that on its own, it will actually show you or teach you how to actually be able to trade. And guys, once as human beings, we always want to grow. So you will be able to learn how to actually read the markets and finding entry points and exit points. And then this will basically take you to the next level, actually taking you to pro, just what it says, Crypto Pro. This will take you to pro status because this will actually improve and your skill in terms of making clear to you how to trade like institutions and not be a retail trader, because most people actually don't know how to make money in the market. So therefore, uh, uh, um, they trade, but they don't have the right skill. And if they were only to have the right skill, then it wouldn't have been so for easy for institutions to actually make money. So therefore, we teach you to trade like institutions. So I have a lot of people, especially when cryptocurrencies go down, like Bitcoin goes down, and they're like, "Yeah, I see your Bitcoin is going down. What's happening?" Them not knowing, because after you've done this course, you will actually know that just we don't care where the price goes, whether it goes up or whether it goes down. So we make money when it goes up, and then we change our position and we make money when it goes down. So the more lower it goes, the more money we then also make. But if that doesn't make sense to you at this point of time, don't worry. It will soon actually become clear. Now, for the members, we this the education is what you get, and then we before we actually go to the commission side, if you were to sell this, how can you actually make money? Let's first show you the challenge that we are actually launching. So the challenge we are going to launch is on the 15th of June. So we're now in the pre-launch of the challenge. Now, I don't want you to wait up until the 15th of June because you need to build momentum now already. We normally have a network marketing challenge, like a 90 days game plan. Then we have a pre-launch a month or two before, because when it launches, you must already be running. Think of the guy who's actually standing and waiting, but to start running. And therefore, you would see it's almost like the relay. When those who normally have actually mastered that knows that you already, the one in front already starts running, so he has momentum. So when the other one gets to him, and then they already find him running. So that is what you actually want. You want to actually already be running. So if you so let me stop share. Let me bring out the challenge and just basically guide you through and show you what is actually possible. So, and guys, believe it or not, we are basically a team. So, believe it or not, Bongi actually did. She did basically most of the she put this together. We brainstormed and we are all aligned, and that is how easy it is actually to get part of the family. Anyone will actually tell you, you know what, because within a few weeks, then we actually put this together without being in a few weeks. She suggested, and we put in some things that we already have here. And this challenge, each and every person who accepts it. Remember, you can be a Coinbase member and have your own goal. Now, to some people, 10,000 Rand is a lot of money. I know when I started in 2016, I wanted to make 10,000 Rand a month. And the people who wanted to introduce me wanted to show me how to make 100,000 Rand. And because I wasn't ready up here to make 100,000 a month, I would say, no, this is a scam, or there's something, but I just felt something is off. Up until they accepted, you know what, just show him how to make a 10,000 Rand, because when they showed me that, I joined them, and as a result, the appetite grew. So obviously now we cannot live on 10K per month anymore. So I learned then how to make 20, 30, 40, some months six-figure incomes. So meaning over 100K, obviously. So this, I don't know what is worth your time. Like I said, to some people, 10,000 and extra a month is worth their time. To others, it's a waste of time. To others, for instance, 50,000 and extra a month is worth their time. So this will be depending on what appetite you have. This is also for you. So number one, how much time you will have will determine what kind of trader you are. So even if you are busy, you can become a swing trader and trade like every second week, every month, etc. But and number two, you can get started with either 1,500 to trade with. You can start with either 15,000 to trade with, just where you see fit. Okay, now getting into the challenge. The challenge is basically where we are in a group, and I, for instance, shared my trades today. So I was able to make 3 times 2%. But let's keep it conservative. Let's say, because when you start, we will show you how to make 1% per day. Now, you obviously won't stay there at 1%. Eventually, you'll be able to make more than 5%, more than 10%. But let's say conservatively, you know how to take 1% from the market, and you get started with 1,500 Rand trading. This is now besides your course that you have bought either for $150 or for 500, which is both of them. Now, let's say you start trading with 1,500. Now, if you are South African, you would count in hands. If you are for instance, American, then you would count in dollars. So let's say 1,500. You can obviously alter this, and you can, let's say you want to start with 2,000, then you can actually do that also. But just for this, for illustration purposes, let's keep it at 1.5. Okay. Now, please note, this is a guide, and it won't always be like it shows here, because it will vary. Like for instance, I was able to make 2 point something percent, then 1.7%, and then the last trade was basically 3%. So it will vary. But let's say you start with 1,500 Rand trading, and you only make 1% on a daily basis. So we will make this available to you once you get started, because this will be your guide. So on your 1,500 Rand, I mean, 1% is not a lot of money, guys. But the first day, it would take you to 1,500. But on day 30, you are sitting on a whopping 2,221. Sorry, 2,021 Rand. And on day 60, which is 2 months, you're sitting on 2,725. But this is a 365 day challenge. So within a year, you can take 1,500 to 56,600. And then now you see that you are actually, your 1% still per day, because your capital is bigger. Now you're making not only 1,500 a day, you are able to take 560 Rand from the market. Now, it's like getting started to ride a bike. Once you know how to actually ride a bike, then you start hiding without hands. You start hiding fast, etc. So once you have developed your trading strategy, you know how to make 1%. Let's say you start off with your 1,500 Rand, but now you are taking 2% from the market. So now day one would be 30. look what happens over 365 days. Still 1,500 Rand, but you take 2% from the market on a daily basis. You can turn it into 2 million Rand. So now I do not want to do what those guys in 2016 did to me. They told me they wanted to teach me how to make 100K, and I wasn't ready mentally up here. Therefore, in this course, you also get the mindset course additionally. Why? Because if you're not ready up here to actually make a million, then it will be hard for you to actually do it. But once you are ready here, then you will actually be able to do it even with ease. So yeah, that's basically what you can expect from the challenge. So now share my whiteboard. So that is what you get for actually having the product. So we show on a daily basis, like I showed my trades, what I'm looking at, what I'm seeing in the market, others share what they are doing. And the great thing is that even though we have people who are in a few months or or over a year, they also share their experience. So like for instance, Pine Pine was able to, now we have a call every Monday at 7 o'clock. At 6 o'clock, a team training as well. So he shared that, you know what, I started trading. I actually got started with Coinbase last month, and up until now, I was able to double my money. Now, I remember this person did not have to send their funds to anyone because now they have the skill, and he works at Shetterproof, so he's actually working shifts. I'm not sure whether he's on this call, but yeah, he's actually working to 10 today. But so he's a full-time worker, but he was still able to double his money within a month. And the reason why these products are actually giveaway, because 100% of my lifestyle, it's actually financed by me trading. Because I mean, you can see there the price is $150. We could have easily charged $500 just to get in. And the company could have taken $400 and give the person who introduces you $100, but that is not the idea. Our goal is to teach each and every person out there about this. And if they can't afford it, they won't be able to buy it. But then they will make silly mistakes and send their hard-earned funds to these scammers, and they will just run away. Therefore, the company takes only $50 for a year. That's basically just to keep the website and our support running. So let's say you decide you want to do the business as well. Remember, this is not compulsory, but if you want to, then you can do the business. Now, let's say you only have crypto intro and you introduce a person. The first person, you will earn that commission, which means you'll earn $100. That is the first person. But the second person, it will be a pass on, which means the person introduced you will earn that commission. The third person, you will earn that commission, and the fourth person will be a pass on. And from there onwards, 4 in a row, so which means 5, 6, 7, and 8, you will earn that commission. It's no more 1, 1, 1, 1. So for every 5, you will earn 4 commission, and the fifth one will actually be a pass on. From there, it will once again be 4 for you, and then the fifth one will actually be a pass on. So at this point of time, are there any questions concerning the product or the compensation plan in that regard? Are there any questions? Let's give it, you can either put it in the chat or you can actually, Ntondi says it is very clear. Fantastic. I wanted to say, if it's so quiet, it either means that have been so terrible that you don't know what I was saying, or it was so clear that you have nothing that you are actually unsure of. Thanks for making that clear, Antondi. So guys, this is basically what we are about. We are here to actually assist and help you guys on this journey. So we will we basically add you to a group where we guide you on a daily basis on what to do, how to do, and obviously also most important, what not to do. So Lee wants me to focus more on the commission structure. So it's actually she it's actually straightforward in terms of but I will just make it clear once again. So remember, this is not compulsory. Let's say you want to trade and you are going to do the challenge with us and we trade there. You don't have to sell. But let's say you want to actually also show the next person how to do it, or they can actually see that your lifestyle is changing. Because I mean, in 2016, I didn't have my own car. I had an Uber that I was driving for someone else. I didn't have my own car. Then my life started changing because I bought my own two Ubers. I bought two BMWs cash for me and my wife. And my friends obviously saw, so they also wanted to know what's this about. So maybe your life starts changing, and they will also when they want to get involved, you will earn commissions when you introduce them, obviously. Now, one of my goals was to actually get ahead of my job. Not everybody on this call has a terrible job like I had. So maybe you like your job, maybe it's your passion. Let's say you're in nursing and you actually enjoy that to help others. So not everybody wants to get ahead of their jobs. So but maybe just make an extra income. So then obviously this is the vehicle that will actually be able to get you there. So just to make this once again clear, the commission structure. Okay, let me just see, maybe I can answer all of those questions at once. Okay, let's quickly answer that. So there is a question on do we provide signals? Now, we provide you with enough education that you actually do not need signals. Like I, for instance, shared my trades today, what I'm going to do and what I'm seeing in the market. So some will say that is a signal, but I'm not charging. So they can take it, or if they see the same thing, they also do the same trade. Yeah, we basically focus on education, so you know how to do it. So there are people that actually did our course and went out and started a trading business, basically. So they provide that now. So let's say you only have crypto info. The first person you introduce, let's say they also buy crypto info, then you will earn $100 for introducing that person. The second person, it will be a pass on. So the person who introduced you will then earn that. So you won't earn anything there. Now, the third person you introduce, let's say this person buys all in. This person is serious about their trading and they buy all in. They buy this for $500, which means it's 150 plus the 350. Now you cannot buy this 350 without buying the 150. You need to buy all of them. So you buy it at $500. So which means $100 plus 250 must be commission. But because this person only has the crypto intro, they do not qualify for crypto pro. Someone, one of my friends last week had crypto intro, and there's they introduced someone who bought all in, and because they do not qualify for this 250, that $250 came to me, because I qualify because I have the full package. But if this person had a crypto intro and a crypto pro, they would have gotten the $100 as well as the $250. So which means they would have earned $350 for that sale. But the $250 came to me. Why? Because this person didn't have crypto pro. They only had crypto intro. Now the fourth person you introduce will also be a pass on, which means you earn nothing for that. But your upline, the person introduced you, let's say this is your upline or your sponsor. So when they introduced you, they earned a commission. So they earned $100. And then you introduce the first person, which means you earn $100. You introduce the second person, and that $100 doesn't go to you, it goes to this person. The second person you introduce, you earn $100. The fourth person you introduce goes towards your upline, depending that they qualify for that. But now from there, then number 5, number 6, number 7, number 8. All of this, you earn this commission because the 4 is for you. Only the 5th one is for your sponsor. Only that one will actually go there. But this $400 obviously goes to you. And then number 10 to 13 is also for you. Only number 14 would then go there. So that is basically, in a nutshell, how the compensation plan works. Let me just check the chats if there aren't any questions there. Okay, doesn't seem like there are any. Are there any questions, guys, whilst I'm sharing the screen before we wrap up? Like I said, sales are not compulsory, but yeah, there's a lot of money that you can actually also make for the commissions because we are giving 100% commissions. I mean, we have a network marketing background and we know what it feels like if you make sales and you get 10% and the company takes all of the money. So we didn't want to do that. Therefore, we give you 100% of the commissions. So only the $50, which is, for instance, licensing fee, and then 100% of the commission then goes towards the person who actually did the work because they actually deserve their commissions. So guys, I do not see any questions here. So thank you once again, Bongi, for inviting me. Right back to you, Bongi. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much, Lucian. Before we wrap up, I'm actually going to hijack somebody that I met in PE. Onke, are you online? Onke, are you there?
Hi, I'm here, Bongs.
Awesome. So Onke, in just 30 seconds, I would like to give you the floor just to share your experience with CoinBit Pro, when you became part of the family, what you've gained and where you are right now. Oh boy, I think he got kicked out. All right, but that's not a problem. So guys, thank you so much. So I think, you know, Lucian has pretty much shared everything. Now, one of the things I would like to encourage you as our guest here tonight is to be decisive. About a year ago this time, I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to what's happening to Ethereum. Ethereum just hit over 4,000 US dollars in value of one coin. A year ago this time, it was under $200. I have an interest in BNB, which is the Binance coin. It's sitting at about $660 right now. A year ago, it was under $16. So the thing about cryptocurrencies is it waits no man. It waits for no man. Ah, Onke is back. Onke, are you back? Okay, if you are back, I'd like to
Yes,
hand
I'm
over
here.
to
Sorry.
you.
I muted myself.
No
Sorry
problem.
about that. Yeah.
So feel free to share with us your journey.
Okay. Hi, everybody. This is a great opportunity that you guys have been introduced to. I say this out of experience as well. So my experience with the Coinbase Pro started off, I think, about 2 months ago. But before that, obviously, I had gambling experience. By gambling experience, I mean I thought I was a trader up until I actually attended a proper training. And the only reason why I attended was because I was actually finding myself making um, less money than I earned. And it was very frustrating to gamble, with your overtime money, money that you can't afford to lose. And I always felt frustrated because, I would make these promises at home to say that, look, our life is changing, my affirmations are not equating to my goals and my achievements and results. And therefore it was very disappointing and frustrating. And so I made it to a point that I'm going to do the right thing. I'm going to find somebody um, who is reliable and somebody that I can see, touch, and feel. Because I've been scammed before as well. I'm sure many of us on this call have been, but for the sake of this call, I won't dwell on that. And I don't want to say I stumbled upon Coinbase Pro, but through my searching, I bumped into a lady from work who suggested Coinbase Pro. I did my own little research, and there was just something that struck me about Lucian and his team, and I got in touch with him. And yeah, one thing led to another. I started to attend a 3-day course, and man, from day one, Lucian could tell you that I was very inquisitive. Everything just started to make sense. All of my guessing games and gambling and just guessing on how the market is going to go up or down just made sense that I could identify my mistakes. So it's really an eye opener. Maybe we're not doing a good enough job to try and reveal that or convince you guys, but really you would have to be there on the grounds, be in the training, or get the online course to actually experience what we really are talking about. This is not a game. This is real life changing experiences that we are actually seeing. So one of the challenges I do with Lucian is that he always says that never use your own capital to buy anything. So we've been doing that so far. So what that means is that, for example, you want to buy petrol to go home. Like for me, I live in PE, but my family's in East London. So I did this challenge where I did it publicly, where I promised myself that I will not spend a single cent out of my own pocket to go to East London. So I traded and I made more than what I expected, and I shared that with the community that I do crypto with, and that's inspiring. And yeah, it makes life easier, man, to not wait for the next paycheck to do something with a little bit of money you can take from the market as well. But obviously, with the correct teaching, patience, and consistency from your side, you can achieve anything you want. And like the guys have said before, we're all different, but different goals. And so, whatever your goal is, set it up, write it down, put on the wall somewhere you can see it every day, and work towards that. But the first step to the right direction is to get the correct material, get the online course, get the face-to-face training done, so that you can, be sorted as we journey on. So thanks again, guys, for the opportunity for allowing me to share. And I hope I'm doing us a favor by experiencing this experience with you guys and sharing it. And yeah, whoever is listening, I hope you are taking it seriously. We could have been doing anything else, but we've reached out to you guys in hopes that something will spark in your heart as well, and you will take up the journey, and together we can grow. Thanks, Monks.
Thank you so much, Onke. I actually like the challenge that you and Lucian have to never pay for anything out of your pocket. And I think that's
No,
the
no.
beauty of the skill, knowing
Yeah.
how to make your own money, because no one can take that away from you. And I'm speaking from a point of view where throughout the years, I've made money in crypto, lost money, made money, lost money, then dependent on passive income platforms. And I think the beauty of this is you're taking back control of basically paying yourself, because you now have the skill and the know-how. So guys, it really doesn't get better than this. With that said, Lucian, before we wrap up, do you have any last thoughts before we say goodnight to our guests?
I just want to once again say that, like you said, a person should be decisive. I have a saying where I say that don't pay for things out of your pocket. In fact, many people are actually part of Coimbatore. I saw a lot of people coming into the Coimbatore the last month because I shared my results. I had this challenge where I shared my every step on WhatsApp stories. So I said I wanted this treadmill, which is 14,000 Rand, and I'm not buying a treadmill out of my pocket of 14,000 Rand. And I tried it, and with the profits, I then I was able to buy it. I had to buy a decent camera, and I was also not willing to do it out of my pocket. In fact, the other one, which is actually recent, my car broke, and it was 52,000 Rand to fix it. The insurance only paid for 18,000, and I told the guy, you know what, just wait a few days, and I tried it to make that extra 34,000 Rand, to make up to 52,000. So I paid it out of my profits. At a young age, I learned that I don't want to go into mindset, etc. But if we eat all of our income every month, then we'll always be dependent on that. The rich people, they employ their money. They don't employ themselves, because if you employ yourself, you're selling your time. But if you take your money and you use it as a tool, because you sleep, but your money doesn't sleep, the money doesn't book themselves off, and you put your money to work, and if your money works for you, then you actually see yourself moving forward. So your money is basically a tool. So I try and hold on to my capital, and I make profit with it. And with the profit, it must finance my lifestyle and whatever I need, basically. So once again, thank you, Bongi, for inviting me. And yeah, we should do this once again next week.
Definitely. And thank you to all our guests. So guys, do go back to the person that invited you. Let's get you on board. We've got the trading challenge starting on the 15th, but by the 15th, let's get you to a point where you can start opening those trades. And we will be there with you, holding your hand, guiding you, supporting you, and mentoring you on your way to taking back control of your financial freedom through cryptocurrencies. So with that said, we'll be doing this again next week, Monday. Same link, same time. Invite a friend, and yeah, let's impact with crypto education. Goodbye, guys, and thank you once again.